Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a fun birthday card that I made. I love how it came out. I saw something similar on Pinterest and I loved how it looked. It was made a little bit differently, but I just loved the look of it, so I thought I'd try and recreate it. Really simple to make other than making the little flowers. But if you used pre-made flowers that you buy off, from a craft store or something, this could go together super, super fast. So let me show you how it's made. It's a 6x6 card. So I just took a 6x6 card base, top opening, and this piece of card is just about 5 7/8 square. And I ran it through a Crafter's Companion embossing folder. It's a 2D embossing folder, not sure where I got it, but it's a 6x6 embossing folder because I just wanted something in the background to give me a little bit of a, some interest in the back. And then to make the present itself, this piece of card is 4x3 and this is 4x1.5. And this is from the Nature's Garden Beautiful Butterflies collection. And I just mounted it on some white cardstock to make it a little bit thicker. And I'm just going to put that on with some foam tape. Actually, before I do that, I get ahead of myself. You want to wrap your ribbon around. And you basically just cut the ribbon a little bit longer than each piece. And you just want to pick a contrasting ribbon or, whatever you want. And make sure that you get the ribbon right in the middle. So I'm just going to put a little strip of tape right down that middle. And then wrap it around with a little bit of tape on the back so that it holds it down. And do the same thing on this front piece. Then I'm going to put this on some foam tape. And I'm going to have to put it fairly close to the bottom so that I have room to get my lid sort of opening and my bow on the top, because this is 3 inches high and I've only got 6 inches. So kind of put this a little bit overlapping and add an angle up, like the box is popping open. And then I've got some foliage here that I'm just going to put on. And this foliage came from an old Crafter's Companion foliage die. This came with the Crafter's Companion rolled quilled flowers, quilled flower dies. And if you watch my channel, you know that I almost always use 3D collal glue when I'm doing florals, and I'll get to that. But for the foliage, I'm just kind of putting it in the background, so I'm just using some tacky glue to kind of hold it down. And then I think before I put my flowers on, I'm going to do my bow. I don't think it matters because actually it doesn't matter. I'll do my flowers first. So I used quilled flowers, and I used these two Crafter's Companion quilled flower dies in just some variety of pink. And this one I haven't rolled yet because I'm going to show you how I did it. But these cut one layer and then with a score line down the middle. So you fold them in half, and I put a little bit of tacky glue on the center. And in this case, they're folded so that the side that you cut on is in the middle. So you know how they kind of have a rounded edge where it cuts? And then I took my Harmony Water Reactive Plum Jam and I just went like this on both sides to give it a little bit of color. And then I'm just put a little bit of tacky glue right down that middle. And then you can use a quilling tool. I actually kind of prefer my tweezers, and just grab it and start twisting. And just keep this end even as you go. And you can see my fingers are covered in ink because I've been rolling flowers that have ink on them. And just kind of make sure that all of the petals stay up. I don't like to try and shape the petals until after I've rolled it, because I find if I shape the petals before, it's too hard to roll. Once you get to there, just kind of hang on to it and pull the tweezers out. And while I'm holding it, I'm just going to take my little pokey tool and go around each layer and just kind of curl them back one at a time. And it does take some time, but it's worth doing because they look a lot better. I personally really like the quilled flowers when they're small like this. I don't love the quilled flowers when they're bigger. It's just my personal opinion. But you can see how that little bit of plum jam ink on the end, or yeah, plum jam. The plum jam ink on the edges of each petal really does add a lot to the flower. And the hardest part is just separating each individual petal and giving it a little bit of a curl. And you just want to curl out from the center. And all the while I'm squeezing that bottom part where the glue is, just to make sure that it doesn't unroll while the glue is getting dried. Okay, and then once I have it, I usually just kind of bend them and fluff them a little bit so that they're not all in a row, just like that. And that's it. Now I'm going to use my 3D Collal glue to put my flowers on. And you want to put a big dab of glue right all the way across that center of that flower. And then just kind of, and that'll help hold them together too. And I put 5 flowers on each because I think it looks better with odd numbers. You could, if you had smaller flowers, you could do more, or you could do fewer, larger flowers if you want. But I think the looks of the smaller flowers is better than just like, you know, one big flower. And you just want to kind of make them look like they're popping right out of there. And now I'm going to tie a bow. And as you know, I've got my little handy dandy bow maker that my husband made for me. Oh, and I got too short of a piece of ribbon. I'm just going to do, instead of a double, I'm going to do a single bow because I got a short piece of ribbon. While it's still on there, I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends. And then we're going to put that bow right on the top, and then I'm going to glue the ends off to the sides just to kind of add to the look. Blue, or that ribbon right there. And then I'm going to put a blob of glue and that ribbon there. And a glob of glue and that ribbon there. And that's it. That's your card. Like I said, it goes together super fast. And if you did use pre-made flowers, if you didn't roll your flowers, you just used pre-made flowers, you could do this card in minutes. So a lot of fun. Little bit different colors. I used the lighter color of the same paper. And so then I wanted a darker background versus a lighter background, and therefore a darker ribbon versus a white ribbon. But love how they came out. Hope you like that. Thanks for watching.